everyone, and welcome to our Imbolc Fire Festival on Academy for the Soul Radio. I'm your host for this segment and producer of Academy for the Soul Radio, Margot Fraser. So honored to have you here with us, joining in to spark that fire. We're in this time of stirring in the Northern Hemisphere within the belly of Mother Earth, preparing for the spring to come. This is also a celebration of the goddess Bridget, and a time known as the quickening, because this is the start. We're at the cross-quarter day, about the midway between the solstice and the equinox. And it's a time when the number of seconds or minutes of light added per day in the Northern Hemisphere exponentially speeds up, or the number of minutes of light subtracted exponentially speeds up if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. So it is this very active energy. So utilizing really this fire essence, this fire elemental, and we want to use this energy to our advantage. So my hope, my prayer for today is that this supports you in activating that fire essence within you, in connecting with that creative essence and connecting with that goddess Bridget energy within. Doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman, we all carry the yin-yang principle within us. And really this activation, rekindling, and sparking. So allow yourself to really partake of all the wisdom that's coming through in this journey today. We have so many contributors that are sharing guided journeys, live intuitive readings. A reminder that if you'd like to receive notification of all our Academy for the Soul radio events and our weekly radio shows, you can go to academyforthesoul.com/radio. I want to mention that the intro music, as well as music that will play in for segments where we need a bit of a bridge to the next segment, is from Paratune. And we are also kicking off, launching tomorrow with the kickoff call is Graceful Connections, the summit that's hosted by Sophie Bidard, and a big lineup of speakers for that. Starting next Wednesday, there'll be a speaker each Wednesday sharing their wisdom. And on Friday, they'll be back with a live readings galore. So we invite you to sign up for that as well. You can go to gracefulconnections.com. Graceful with 2 L's. Connections.com. And I put a link at the side of the broadcast page so you can access it there as well. And I'll be up on that summit, as well as Crystal Hughes and Amanda Hopkins and so many other wonderful speakers. So excited to share through that. All right, well, let's get going. Let's kick it off here. So Sophie Bidard is going to kick us off today. And in the Fire of Imbolc, she is going to help us to rekindle our Luminous Pillars of Peace. And Sophie's going to be doing a guided journey, and she's also going to be doing intuitive readings. So the question to ask her is, what number 1 emotion is in the way of my being a luminous pillar of peace? So you can put your request for a reading into the Q&A box, or you can press *2 to raise your hand if you're on the phone, or use the raised hand icon if you're on web call. Now, before I turn it over to Sophie, I just want to tell you a little bit about her first. She is a master light weaver, flowing the purest crystalline light from the great central sun for revelation, liberation, and true self-embodiment. A trailblazer, she opens the path into uncharted territories of consciousness, weaving in light for higher awareness and evolution. Sophie's a master at upgrading one's multidimensional perception, by clearing the karmic entanglements and resulting stress web. Her passion for finding and expressing the divine within combines with her commitment to breakthroughs, radical transformation, and wisdom recollection. On deep exploratory adventures into the personal and collective shadow, she unweaves patterns and whole paradigms of illusion, distortion, obstruction, restriction, disbalance, bridging into new paradigms at high vibrational levels. She guides you in reclaiming of your masterful nature with lightness and flow, turning burdens of the past into guidance for your path, gathering pearls of wisdom on your way to revealing the truth of who you are to yourself and to the world. Academy for the Soul Master Teacher and Certified Intuitive Strategist, Sophie is an NLP Master Practitioner, Master Energy Healer, and she hosts the Rainbow Illumination Show on Academy for the Soul Radio. Her latest initiative is the co-creation and hosting of the online series, Graceful Connection. So again, remember to sign up for that. Okay, well, thank you so much, Sophie, for contributing to our program today, and turning it over to you now.
Thank you so much, Margot. Thank you for your warm welcome. Hello, everyone. Happy Imbolc celebration. I'm delighted to be gathering at this occasion as we're going to steer the energies of the quickening for our highest service to peace, inner peace and world peace. So if you were with us on January 1st for the Rainbow Wave of Peace, you're going to rekindle your luminous pillar of peace in the Fire of Imbolc. And if you missed it back then, now is the perfect opportunity for you to fire up your pillar of peace. You can make yourself comfortable already and settle in. If you have a candle you would like to light up, now would be the moment to do so. You may want to have some crystals or some special object that you want to have with you or hold in your hands, or a prayer shawl you wrap around your shoulders. Get prepared now while I share about our program. So we're going to start with creating a safe, sacred space, calling on the Imbolc fire to bring purification and protection for our time together. And then, yes, I'll be offering live intuitive readings. I'll be reading for you the number one emotion that's in the way of you being a luminous pillar of peace. And then we'll proceed to the clearing of those emotions in the Fire of Imbolc, collecting the pearls of wisdom that they hold. And we'll be ready for our guided meditation when we'll connect as a global grid of luminous pillars of peace and offer our peace to the world. Peace is so precious and so cherished. We need to cultivate it, and I'm delighted and really so grateful that you're joining me today for that purpose. Whether you're on the live call or on the replay, thank you. Our gathering is an offering for peace, an offering to peace. So thank you for your presence and your contribution. With that, let's get started. So you can relax, taking a few nice deep breaths in and out. Breathing out all that does not belong to this moment. Let's bring all of your attention and your presence here and now. We set our intention that our time together, all that is shared in words and beyond the words, and all the energies that we call in and flow serve our highest good, our evolution, and support our service to the highest good of all. I invite you to open your heart and be ready to receive. And to open your mind and be ready to receive. Remembering your connection to the center, to the heart of the earth, and your connection to the center, to the heart of the universe, so that you are held, both grounded and suspended. You are safe, relaxed, and ready, and open to receive. Now we're calling on the Imbolc fire with reverence and gratitude, asking that the energies of the quickening be steered in highest service to peace. Asking the Imbolc fire to hold us in a safe, sacred space throughout our time together. And we can see and feel, and maybe even hear, and know the presence of the Imbolc fire in front of us, clearing and lightening our path. Imbolc fire behind us, protecting, having our back. Imbolc fire to our left and to our right, present by our side. Imbolc fire above, Imbolc fire below. And breathe. We are held in this safe, sacred space offered by the fire of Imbolc, just at the right distance, not too close so we feel comfortable, yet close enough that we do feel secure. And we can tap into the transmutation power of the Imbolc fire to support us in releasing what is in the way of peace, what is in the way of our being luminous pillars of peace and offering our peace to the world. And you can already do that now, throwing into the fire whatever is burdening you, agitating you, stealing your peace, preventing you from being an offering of peace. Whatever it is that you notice is in the way of your peace, throw it into the Imbolc fire right now. That's right, do that now. And we give gratitude to the Imbolc fire for offering its power of protection, purification, and transmutation. And now we're ready to get started with our intuitive reading. So to come on the line with me, press *2 on your phone or click raise hand on the webcast, or you can place your request in the Q&A box on the webcast page. And the question to ask me for your reading is, what number one emotion is in the way of my being a luminous pillar of peace? And I want to support as many of you as possible, so I'm going to go fast with the readings. And as always, if any insights for someone else resonate for you, make them yours and bring as many emotions as you can into the clearing that we'll do afterwards. So let's get started. I'm going to take live callers to begin, then I'll go into the Q&A and we'll go back and forth. So let's go to Florida, Coral Springs, 6038, unmuting you. Hello.
Hello, Sophie.
Hello, welcome.
Happy Imbolc. What is my
Happy
number
Imbolc to
one?
you. Yes, what is your name, please?
Andrea.
Andrea, welcome, Andrea. Yes, all right. Thank you. Okay, number one emotion for you. Tuning in with you, Andrea. Okay, emotion of shame, feeling ridiculed, okay? So that's what you want to bring to the fire, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you, Andrea. Blessings. Imbolc blessings. Thank you. All right, now we're going to Catasauqua, Pennsylvania. Unmuting you. Hello.
Hello, Sophia. It's Sue.
Hello, Sue. Welcome.
Thank you. What is my number one block for my pillar of peace, the emotion?
Yes, thank you, Sue. Tuning in with you. An emotion of hurt, feeling offended. Okay? So that's what you bring to the fire. Thank you. Thank you, Sue. Blessings, Imbolc blessings. So for Andrea, for Sue, and for everyone on the call and on the replay, right? When you receive your reading or when you identify from someone else's reading, you identify an emotion that you feel, oh, that's for me as well. What I suggest you to do between the moment you gain that awareness and the moment when we're going to do the clearing, ask your higher self, what wisdom, what insights, what messages does this emotion have for you? All right? So the shame, the hurt, whatever emotion is going to be coming up for you, be present to that emotion, allow it to be there, allow yourself to notice it, knowing that you are safe and that you will be clearing it in just a moment. Allow its wisdom to come to the surface. All right. So with that being said, being added, let's go on with our readings. We're going to a web call. You're signed up as Pamela, so I'm unmuting you, Pamela.
Hi, Sophie. Happy Imbolc.
Hi. Happy Imbolc to you, Pamela. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. What is the number one emotion that is my block?
Right. Thank you, Pamela. Tuning in with you. Emotion of sadness, feeling inconsolable. All right? So that's what you want to bring to the fire, okay?
Oh, great. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Blessings, Pamela. Thank you. All right. Let's go. I'm going to go. If anyone else wants to come on the line, star 2 on your phone, raise hand on the webcast. I'm going to go to the Q&A now. We have quite a good number of requests in the Q&A, so I have to get going over there, and I'll come back to the live callers in a little while. So let's go now to San Jose, California, with Kathy. So for you, Kathy, tuning in with you. What's the number one emotion in the way of being a luminous pillar of peace? An emotion of peace, of fear, an emotion of fear in the way of your peace, feeling overwhelmed. And this overwhelm carries fear. It's a scary overwhelm. And that's what you want to bring to the fire, Kathy. All right? Thank you, Kathy. Blessings. Imbolc, blessings to you. Next, we're going to Duncan with Linda. So thank you, Linda. Tuning in with you, Linda. What is the number one emotion for you? An emotion of anger, feeling insulted. All right. So that's what you bring to the fire, Linda. Thank you. Blessings, Linda. Going to Germany with Veronique. Thank you, Veronique, for being here, tuning in with you. What's the number one emotion in the way of your being? Luminous Pillar of Peace. An emotion of feeling worthless. So that's what you want to bring to the fire. Thank you, Veronique. Blessings. And before I go on with the readings, I want to add that with your reading, an emotion may come to the surface that you're aware of. So that's your confirmation, and it is your confirmation from your higher self that it's time to clear this emotion and it's ready to be cleared. So that's your confirmation, and it's your prompt. You may also come across or receive a reading or perceive an emotion that you are not aware of, that is not easy to recognize. What you want to do is ask your higher self to bring to your attention the presence of this emotion. Okay, and through the reading and through asking your higher self, if you're not aware of it, if it doesn't really speak to you, because I'm connecting to your higher self and I'm getting the emotions through your higher self. So your higher self is bringing it up for you. So you can dialogue with your higher self to gain more awareness of that emotion if necessary. Okay, doing a bit of training on emotional care and emotional mastery as we're together right now. All right, going on, we are going to Sacramento, California with Patricia. So thank you, Patricia. Tuning in with you, Patricia. What number one emotion is in the way of you being a luminous pillar of peace? An emotion of despair, feeling powerless. All right. Thank you, Patricia. Blessings to you. Let's go on. I love that we're going fast. We're getting very many readings, many of you getting served. Going to Bend, Oregon with Jyoti. Thank you, Jyoti. Tuning in with you. What number one emotion is in the way for you of being a luminous pillar of peace? An emotion of shame. There's embarrassment, feeling embarrassed. All right. Thank you, Jyoti. Blessings. Let me check. Do we have any hand raised? Not for now. So I'll keep going through the Q&A, the requests. Going to Cambridge, Massachusetts with Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Tuning in with you, Lisa. What number one emotion in the way of you being a luminous pillar of peace? Emotion of shame, feeling inadequate. All right, thank you. Lisa, blessings to you. Imbolc, blessings. Going to Loveland with Wendy. So tuning in with you, Wendy. What's the number one emotion in the way of you being a luminous pillar of peace? Emotion of guilt. There is remorse, feeling of remorse, feeling remorseful. All right. Thank you, Wendy. Going to Katoomba in Australia with Emily Rose. Hello, Emily. Welcome. Thank you, Emily. Happy Imbolc to you. Happy Imbolc, everyone. Tuning in with you, Emily. What number one emotion is in the way for you of being a luminous pillar of peace? Emotion of fear, there's a nervousness, there's a nervous fear and a fearful nervousness. So find where and how you are agitated, nervous. And behind this nervousness or within this nervousness is the fear that you need to bring to the Imbolc fire. All right. Thank you, Emily. Blessings. Next is Heidi. Thank you, Heidi. Tuning in with you, Heidi. What's the number one emotion in the way for you of being a luminous pillar of peace? Emotion of despair, feeling insignificant. So that's what you bring to the fire. All right, Heidi, thank you. Blessings. Andrea, I had you on the line, so we keep going. Were you on the line? Were you the Andrea? Yes, I believe so. If Andrea in Schomburg, if you are not the Andrea I had on the line a moment ago, then please post your request again, and I will know that I need to do a reading for you as well. Okay, thank you. Going to San Diego with Tina. Thank you, Tina. Tuning in with you. What's the number one emotion in the way of being you being a luminous pillar of peace? Emotion of hurt, feeling persecuted. So the hurt aspect of feeling persecuted is what you want to bring. The hurt emotion of feeling persecuted is what you bring to the Imbolc fire. All right, thank you, Tina. Blessings. Going to Athens with Arietta. Greetings and love from Greece. Yes, greetings and love to you. Arietta, tuning in with you. Thank you for being here. What number one emotion is in the way for you of being a luminous pillar of peace? An emotion of shame, feeling rejected. All right, blessings, Arietta, Imbolc, blessings to you. Thank you. Okay, let's keep going through the list. We get many readings done. I love it. Going to Nelson with Diana. Thank you, Diana. Tuning in with you, Diana. What number one emotion is in the way of your being a luminous pillar of peace? An emotion of fear. There is apprehension. Specifically apprehension. So that's what you want to bring. Bring this apprehension to the Imbolc fire. All right, thank you, Diana. Blessings. We're going to Brooklyn, New York with Lucretia. So tuning in with you, Lucretia. I hope I pronounce your name properly. I'm sure you will recognize yourself anyway. So Lucretia, tuning in. What number one emotion is in the way for you of being luminous pillar of peace? An emotion of shame, feeling mortified. All right, thank you, Lucretia. Blessings to you. Going to Australia with Katrina. Tuning in with you, Katrina. What is the number one emotion for you in the way of being a luminous pillar of peace? An emotion of fear, feeling powerless. So it's the fear emotion of powerlessness that you want to bring to the Imbolc fire. All right? Thank you, Katrina. Blessings. We're going to California with Joy. So thank you, Joy. Tuning in with you. What number one emotion is in the way for you of being a luminous pillar of peace? Is an emotion of hurt, feeling insignificant. So it's the hurt emotion specifically of feeling insignificant. It hurts to feel insignificant. That's what you want to bring to the Imbolc fire. All right. Thank you, Joy. Blessings. Okay. Going now to Stockholm in Sweden with Janet. Thank you, Janet. Tuning in with you. Janet, what is the number one emotion for you in the way? An emotion of, in the way of you being a pillar of peace, an emotion of shame, humiliation, feeling humiliated is what you want to bring to the Imbolc fire. All right. Thank you, Janet. Blessings. We are going somewhere where is Linda. So for you, Linda, I don't have your location. It is Linda that posted a request just before the start of the call. So I hope you'll recognize yourself, Linda. What number one emotion for you is in the way of you being a luminous pillar of peace? It's an emotion of anger. There is disapproval. So you're disapproving of something or someone or maybe some part of yourself, and this disapproval is loaded with anger, and this anger is preventing you from being. It's the number one emotion preventing you, right? So that's the number one you want to bring to the fire of Imbolc. Thank you, Linda. Blessings. And again, I take this opportunity. Yes, there may be one emotion. There may be plenty, right? You may fill your basket. Well, take this opportunity. Everyone that you hear or that you sense that resonates for you, give you shivers, give you triggers you, makes you feel uncomfortable, then that's for you as well. Bring it to the fire. Make a list. Collect as many as possible. Let's make this really a great opportunity for clearing today. Okay, thank you. Let's go on. Going to Ontario, Canada in Wingham with Patty. Thank you, Patty. Connecting with you, tuning in with you, Patty. What's the number one emotion in the way for you of being a luminous pillar of peace? An emotion of shame, feeling inferior. So you need to find the part or the aspect, or maybe it's a tiny point within you, but there's a trace, if only a trace, there's an element within you that feels inferior and that is loaded with shame. And that's what your higher self points to you to bring to the Imbolc fire as the number one today. All right. Thank you, Patty. Blessings. All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. We're going to Boulevard with Sally. So tuning in with you, Sally. Thank you, Sally, for being here. What's the number one emotion in the way for you? An emotion of shame, feeling disrespected. And I'm hearing and taking it to heart so that it turns, right? You could turn against the person and feel anger, but you take the disrespect for yourself and turn it into shame. So you want to bring this shame of feeling disrespected, bring it to the Imbolc fire. All right. Thank you, Sally. Blessings. Going to Bozeman with Willow. Thank you, Willow. Tuning in with you, Willow. What number one emotion is in the way for you of being a luminous pillar of peace? An emotion of despair, feeling abandoned, is what you want to bring to the Imbolc fire. All right, thank you, Willow. Blessings to you. Next, we're going to the UK with Karina. Thank you, Karina. Tuning in with you, Karina. What is the number one emotion in the way of you being a luminous pillar of peace? An emotion of fear. There is doubt, uncertainty, and within this doubt and uncertainty are scary, right? And so you want to bring this fear attached to the doubt, the uncertainty, the scary doubt, the scary uncertainty. Bring that to the Imbolc fire. All right. Thank you, Karina. Blessings to you. Going to Aptos, California with Barbara. Thank you, Barbara. Tuning in with you. What's the number one emotion in your way of being a luminous pillar of peace? An emotion of despair. There is desolation. So that's what you want to bring to the Imbolc fire, Barbara. All right. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, everyone. Let me check. Any hand raised? No more hand raised. No more requests in the Q&A. Wonderful. We did a great job. Thank you, everyone. We got all the readings completed. So I love when we can do that, getting everyone served, and everyone served many times, because again, I'm sure that you have collected through your reading and other readings your number one and possibly other emotions. So now is the time to proceed to the clearing of all those emotions. Well done. Well done to your courage, for your courage. Your courage to being willing to know, your courage to acknowledge these emotions, your courage to be present to them, right? Receiving your reading, being present to them, those emotions, being present with those emotions. Well done. So now, I want you to pull out this emotion or those emotions that you have gained awareness of, whether through your reading or someone else's reading. Pull them out of your body, out of your being, and make a pile of them in front of you. Really pulling out all this emotion. I'm not sure you can hear me. Yes, you can hear me. Really pulling out all this emotion, all those emotions that have come to the surface during the readings. Visualize or just decide that you're stacking them up in front of you. All this emotion, all those emotions, stacking them up in front of you. Making a pile. Maybe a small pile, maybe a huge pile, like a hill, or maybe even a mountain. Take this opportunity for deeper, greater clearing. And well done bringing them all up and bringing them all out. Now ask your higher self to ask this emotion or those emotions piled up in front of you. Ask them, what do they want? What do they need? What is their message? What insights do they want to deliver to you? And breathe and receive. Let this emotion or these emotions speak to you. Let them convey to you their wisdom. And collect the pearls of wisdom. The wisdom may be about something you decide to change within yourself, your attitude, your behavior, your habits. Make that decision now, decision to change. Wisdom may be about something you need to notice or to perceive differently, to perceive with love, to perceive with compassion. The wisdom may be about forgiveness and gratitude that you need to offer, that you need to receive. Forgiveness and gratitude to yourself. And any other pearls of wisdom that your higher self is finding in this pile of emotions. Let your higher self sort through the pile and collect the pearls of wisdom. And if you have the impression that you're receiving nothing, it's okay. You can trust your higher self to collect all the wisdom, all the messages and the insights that serve your highest good and the highest good of all. And to bring them to your attention, to your awareness at the time and in the way that serves your best. So relax in the knowing and trust that your higher self is in charge and is leading from your sacred heart. In the coming hours and days, be attentive to any pearls of wisdom that your higher self is bringing to your awareness. It may be directly as an aha moment or download. It may be through a song, something you hear or read or witness, or even something you surprise yourself saying out loud or silently. Collecting all the pearls of wisdom. Now and later, and in the way that serves you best. And now trusting that all the pearls of wisdom have been collected by your higher self. Throw the residue into the fire of Imbolc for transmutation. All the residue that remains on the pile into the Imbolc fire. Push it away, throw it away, blow it away. To be burnt out, burnt away. transformed into higher vibrations of light and warmth and compassion and care. As the emotional, mental, and energetic residue burns out into the Imbolc fire. All that remains is peaceful and full of peace. Make sure to check if there is any more residue. Throw it away into the Imbolc fire. Any debris into the Imbolc fire. Be done with it. And breathe. Beautiful, wonderful, well done, well done. Take a moment to acknowledge yourself and your higher self. To give gratitude to yourself and your higher self and to the Imbolc fire for the great clearing, liberation, and transformation that just occurred. Thank you. And breathe. Now we are purified and ready for our guided meditation, Luminous Pillars of Peace. So just let yourself be guided, relax, enjoy the journey into peace, enjoy the transmission of light and the infusion of grace. Allow yourself to receive anything that will be offered to you, to receive, be it images, sensations, insights, sounds, or maybe a deeper stillness and a knowing of the true presence of peace within you and emanating from you. So you may have lit up a candle, or do it now if you wish. Or light up a candle in your mind, in your heart. And feel its warmth. Feel the warmth of your intentions for peace. As you close your eyes now. And with this prayer now, woven with the Imbolc fire, we call on the sacred guardians of the 7 directions, asking for their protection, their support, their guidance, and their care, as we bring the fire of Imbolc to the 7 directions. Calling the fire of Imbolc from the east, house of the light. May wisdom dawn in us, so we may see all in clarity. Calling the fire of Imbolc from the north, house of the night. May wisdom ripen in us, so we may know all from within. Calling the fire of Imbolc from the west, house of transformation. May wisdom turn into right action, so we may do what needs be done. Calling the fire of Imbolc from the south, house of the eternal sun. May right action reap the harvest, so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary service. Calling the fire of Imbolc from above, house of heaven, where star people and ancestors gather. May their blessings come upon us now. Calling the fire of Imbolc from below, house of earth. May the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmonies that bring peace at last. May the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmonies that bring peace at last. May the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmonies that bring peace at last. Calling the fire of Imbolc from the center, galactic source, which is everywhere at once. May all be known as the light of mutual love. May all be known as the light of mutual love. May all be known as the light of mutual love. All hail the harmony of mind and nature, the harmony of sky and earth, the harmony of our hearts and all hearts. And so it is. Thank you. And I invite you now to visualize, imagine, perceive, and feel, and maybe hear each other and all of us at this moment as we are gathered all around the world. We have some of us who are joining from all over the planet, in Scotland, in England, in Florida, North Carolina, Montana, California, Ontario, Canada, Texas, Pennsylvania, Germany, Let me go and read more of those locations that we have. Sweden, Australia, yes, Brooklyn, New York, San Diego, Massachusetts, Oregon, and many other places. And I'm guiding you from somewhere in the countryside in southeastern Europe. So visualize, imagine, perceive, and feel, and maybe hear. Know that they are there. Our friends. And those we haven't met yet. We recognize each other as we recognize each other's intention for peace. We recognize the purity of each other's intention, the purity of each other's heart. And we feel gratitude for the presence of each of us. Thank you for showing up today, whenever that is. Thank you for choosing to stand for peace and to share your peace with the world. And we are ready to get into our meditation for peace, receiving an infusion of pure source light. Peace is in our world to the extent that peace is in our hearts, our minds, our bodies. Peaceful bodies interact in a peaceful way. Peaceful hearts exchange in a peaceful way. Peaceful minds make peace-bringing decisions. Let's take a moment together now to bring about the conditions for higher inner peace. To create a wave of peacefulness that ripples beyond our gathering in space and in time. Our intention is set on our highest good, our evolution, our service to the highest good of all. Connected to the center of the earth. Connected to the center of the universe. Present in our hearts. We are ready and open to receive. Now ask your higher self to be present. To guide and support you in your intentions for peace. And as we connect higher self to higher self, just by hearing these words, you set your intention on receiving and absorbing the pure source light. I am flowing to you and through you. Allowing the light to go wherever it needs to go. To do whatever it needs to do. For your highest good. Your evolution. And in service to the highest good of all. And as you bring your attention inside of yourself, notice now any more tension, any discomfort, any place or point or aspect of unpeace. In your body, in your mind, in your heart. Allow this unpeace to be present for a moment. As you bring your attention to it, allow it to dissolve. To disintegrate. To simply disappear into the pure source light flowing within you and filling your body, your mind, your heart. And if you find you need to eliminate any debris, do that now using your breath. Focus on this debris that you feel the need to clear away. And blow to clear them out and away. Blow them out and away into the Imbolc fire. Breathing out all this debris. Letting it be melted and transmuted by the fire of Imbolc. Quickening our path to peace. As you do that now, taking the time that you need, and yet allowing it all to be cleared away instantly. Let all the emotional, mental, energetic debris be sent into the Imbolc fire to be burnt out, burnt away, transformed into the higher vibrations of light and warmth and compassion and care. As all the debris burns out into the Imbolc fire, all that remains is peaceful and full of peace. And breathe. Now let's bring an infusion of grace to support and catalyze our peace and our sharing of peace. I'm calling the orb of grace from the heart of the universe. And offering this orb of grace to your heart. To be placed around your heart. And you can claim it silently or out loud. I welcome and receive the orb of grace around my heart. So I'm offering the orb of grace to your heart. Placing it around your heart. And bathing your heart with grace. And infusing your heart with grace for peace. Let's take a moment in silence now while your heart is being totally bathed in and infused with grace. And all you have to do is to allow and receive. Your heart totally bathed in and infused with grace for peace. Now with your hands or simply with your attention, gently move the orb of grace to your head, all around your head. Let's infuse your mind with grace for peace. Your mind totally bathed in and infused with grace for peace. Now with your hands or simply with your attention, gently move the orb of grace to any place in your body that needs peace. Let's infuse your body with grace for peace. Your body totally bathed in and infused with grace for peace. Now with your hands, or simply with your attention, let's expand the orb of grace, growing it bigger and larger to encompass the whole of your aura. Let's infuse your whole being with grace for peace. Your whole being totally bathed in and infused with grace for peace. Now bringing your attention to your relationships, those that could welcome a bit or a lot more peace, those that are already in peace and you want to maintain the peace there, or simply all your relationships with your loved ones, friends, professional relationships, all social relationships. Let's infuse your relationships with grace for peace. Your relationships totally bathed in and infused with grace for peace. Beautiful. Now returning your attention to your heart, bring the orb of grace back to your heart. You can place your hands over your heart and allow the orb of grace to remain there for as long as it serves your highest good, your evolution, and the highest good of all. Perfect. Now, let's notice the peace that reigns within our hearts, our minds, our bodies. Let's notice the peace that reigns around us, that fills the room, fills the space. We can imagine, and maybe we can see and feel and think about how we are all connected together. As a global grid of graceful peace. Our interconnection, our presence as a community empowers us, encourages us, gives us the confidence that our intentions are supported. And that everything we set ourselves to is possible. Within this global grid, the energy and the feeling of peace is thick. It is palpable. It is such a vibrant, graceful, lively peacefulness. It feels almost like it is fluid. And we can move it and flow it around. And we set our intention now to ripple it out as a circular wave that extends to our whole house or building. Our whole neighborhood. The whole of our village or city. The whole region. And all the way to the whole planet. All filled with and bathed into this feeling of inner graceful peace, which spreads and radiates and expresses as outer graceful peace. It affects all and all aspects, all times, all interactions and relationships. We hope and pray that all beings on earth may receive and absorb this graceful peacefulness that is shared. And in that intention, we offer together now our graceful peace to the world. We are grateful to all who are open and willing to receive it. We forgive all who are not yet able to open themselves to peace. And we send them our love, our light, and our prayer that they may be guided and supported to find and share our inner graceful peace at any moment and any place. And we set our intention on being a luminous pillar of peace, calm, stable, infused with grace, appeasing no matter what is going on around us. And we decide to stand peaceful in the storms, in the chaos. We are thankful for the guidance we receive. And for knowing that we are guided and supported in our service to the highest good of all. In our dedication to bring peace in hearts, minds, bodies, peace on earth. As we go on with our lives now, may we keep peace within ourselves. With the ability to return to peace an agitated mind, body, heart. May we be sharing and spreading peace by our gestures, our words and actions. And above all, simply by our graceful, peaceful presence. May we be masters of peace and moving, living, sharing luminous pillars of peace. And so it is. Thank you to all of you, all of us, luminous pillars of peace. And now as we return here and now, wriggling our fingers, our toes, gently moving our body and maybe stretching, returning here and now. We allow this feeling and this knowing of our power to live as luminous pillars of peace. And this power and this grace reside within our whole being. That's right. Present here and now, naturally in our power, with grace, and in our peace. And we are closing now, giving gratitude to all of you, all of us. We did it. The luminous pillars of peace are standing strong, rekindled, fired up with the protective, purifying fire of Imbolc, quickening our collective and personal path to peace. I thank you with all my heart, all of you who take a stand for peace with determination and dedication, living as luminous pillars of peace. All my gratitude to each and every one of you, holding peace, sharing peace, modeling peace for others. Gratitude for Margot, Christelle, and the Academy for the Soul offering this platform and giving us this opportunity to be of service together, to practice light working as a community, and take a stand for peace with the power and support of the Imbolc fire. Gratitude to our higher selves and all the beings and energies in the higher realms who guide, support, and protect us. Gratitude to the sacred guardians of the 7 directions for offering a safe, sacred space for our gathering, our intentions, and our practice. Gratitude to the orb of grace and to the highest light, the purest light of the great central sun that has been flowing for us and through us today, infusing and illuminating our planetary grid of pillars of peace. Gratitude to the Imbolc fire, allowing us to unite our heart's intentions with the fire element and elementals for higher, greater service to the divine and the highest good of all. Gratitude to the divine. Thank you. May the Imbolc fire quicken our personal and collective path to peace. May peace be with us always and everywhere we go. Thank you, everyone. Please stay with us for the next segment of the brilliant Imbolc celebration with Academy for the Soul Radio. There are plenty of amazing offerings coming up. If you're on the phone, you can stay on the line. If you're on the webcast, you'll need to jump to the link for the next segment. They're all listed in the event page, linked in your invitation. And I hope you'll join me again tomorrow, Friday, February 2nd at 9 a.m. Pacific for the launch call of the 3rd edition of Graceful Connections. There will be gifts for live callers. And as soon as next week, we welcome our first expert speaker, your graceful guide into living your divine radiance. So make sure to sign up to receive all the invitations, special announcements. GracefulConnections.com. Graceful with double L as in full of grace. GracefulConnections.com. You have the link on your webcast page. So I hope to see you there, talk to you there, be with you in the Orb of Grace tomorrow and next week and all the time. We're going to roll out Graceful Connections over the next few weeks. For now, happy Imbolc. Many blessings, everyone. Much love, much gratitude. Thank you for joining me today.